Most people are protein deficient. Don't come after me here on YouTube just because I said that, because it is true. And I'm going to prove it to you. If a serving of meat, any meat, pick anything, this is just an example, is 3 to 4 ounces, and in that 3 to 4 ounces, there's 24 grams of protein, and let's say that you weigh 150 pounds, you need over 1 pound of that meat in one day to meet your protein macros. When was the last time that you ate a pound of chicken or a pound of beef or a pound of pork in one day? It's not that much. It really isn't. Protein deficiency leads to metabolic disease. It is serious. You need the right amount of protein every single day to not only build, but to maintain muscle mass, to build and to maintain bone density, to support all of the mechanisms in your body that require a tremendous amount of amino acids. Your body works like a fine-tuned machine with protein and a little bit of fat. Don't be afraid to eat enough protein and fat every single day because you need it. You're more than likely deficient. Once you're done prioritizing your meat and your fat, if you feel like having some vegetables and you can tolerate them, by all means. But not everybody can tolerate vegetables. A lot of vegetables, a lot of legumes, a lot of beans and pulses, a lot of veggies like starchy veggies, root crops. These contain something called oxalates. And getting too much oxalate in the body can really cause a lot of problems. Urinary tract infections are common. Kidney stones are common. Oxalates are a very, very common thing. And those can be prevented by just eliminating plants altogether. Okay, there's tip number 1. The next thing is that plants contain things such as anti-nutrients. That means that they block the absorbency. They block the ability to absorb. I got the word right. Absorb essential nutrients. So don't waste meat and eggs if you're going to be eating beans, because you're not going to get the benefit from all that meat and the eggs by eating beans, right? Because they contain so many anti-nutrients. It's a real thing. Look it up. Go ahead. Look it up. It's a real thing. Always do your research. Always look things up. And I'm not talking about Googling things. I'm talking about literally diving into the research, the peer-reviewed studies. Look into those. Find out also, when you're looking at a peer-reviewed study, what the study was meant to be for. What was the purpose of that study? Who conducted that study? What is their background? And who paid for that? Because you want to make sure that you're getting a broad spectrum research material for your research. It's a little bit harder than most people think it is. Some people call Googling things on Bing, on Google, watching some YouTube videos, research. That is not research. I hate to burst your bubble. Sorry, don't come after me. But it's not. Okay, moving on. You need to get the proper amount of protein into your diet every single day to support your entire body's mechanisms and to support and protect muscle, to build muscle, to protect bone, and to also build bone mass, right? Look, after some age, like after we reach our late 20s, hormones can start to decline. Bone density can begin to decline. Muscle mass can begin to decline. And these things can decline very fast. And if you're still stuck in the hole of eating chicken strips and fish sticks and pita pockets and hot pockets and microwavable pizzas, you can forget about it. You need meat. You need bioavailable meat. And while you're at it, try to add some organ meat into your diet because you need it. Me personally, I take the organs from the animals that we butcher here on the farm and I cook everything like the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, the heart. I cook everything really, really well. And then I blend it all up and stick it in the dehydrator and I dehydrate it until it's super duper crispy and dry. Then I put it in the Vitamix and I blend it up into a fine powder and that's my seasoning. So I do get some organ meat. Taurine is really important. It's in organ meat. It's super important. Iron in the liver. I mean, we need these things. I don't take vitamins anymore. I used to take over $100 worth of vitamins and minerals and supplements every single month. I cannot believe that I used to do this back in the old days. I cannot believe I did it. I was so foolish, but you live and you learn and you grow. And that's what happened. I live and I grow and I've learned. I don't put that stuff in my body anymore. Thank God I stopped when I did. I heard about Brian Johnson, the research, the guy that's a biohacker. I mean, a lot of us are biohackers in this genre, right? But he was a real extreme biohacker and he had developed this way of taking a lot of supplements and eating a very vegan diet for a long time. And he was under the guidance of I don't know, 6 doctors or something like that. And recently he came out and announced that his stomach is eating itself. And that's so, so sad. I'm so, so sorry that he's going through that. His trip was longevity and living forever. And I believe he was, and don't quote me on this, but I believe he was doing some PRP treatments where he was injecting his son's stem cells from his blood into his body. I don't know what went wrong, but I do feel for him. I'm so sorry that he's going through that. They just discovered that his stomach is eating itself. I don't know what they're going to do to fix that. I hope he starts to eat some meat. He needs a dose of meat, in my opinion. He's so white, like yellowish white. I always thought that was kind of odd that his skin was so pale. I don't know if that's because he doesn't go in the sun. I don't know if that's because he's lacking iron. Heme iron in particular. Non-heme iron is not as bioavailable as heme iron. So, I don't want to get into that today. We'll do that another day. But I want to encourage you to really pay close attention to the amount of protein that you're consuming because it's really critical to your body's ability to heal and your body's ability to make mitochondria and for your cell turnover. Really, really important. So until next time, I hope you're having a great day. Toodles.